Hey, hello, everybody.
Hello, hi.
Alright, I am Ram, and he is Adhav. We are Manchester United fans. Here we're gonna talk about what has happened in previous season. And the transfers happened so for the season for United, our expectation from United for the upcoming season and many more on Manchester United. This is going out to be an out-and-out United podcast. Okay Adhav, let's start with previous season. To begin with, tell me how much happy are you with our previous season outcome?
Very happy, very elated. After a very, very long time in the second half of the season, I felt we played like a proper Manchester United. So you tell me, before going into the season, did you expect that we will finish at number 3 with 19 goal difference?
Definitely not. To be frank, my expectation was very, very low. I was hoping for some place which should take us to European competition.
Meaning somewhere between 6 to 8 in the table?
Exactly. I was not expecting for Champions League spot at all. See, we completed 15th in the previous year. That is our lowest position in our history. I want to keep my expectation realistic. Now, you. Tell me, what was your expectation in the previous season?
Much less than yours. I mean, I was not even hoping for any European spot. I want us to finish at least in the top half of the table, meaning 9th or 10th. It would still be an improvement from the horrendous season, right? I was expecting steady improvement under Amorim, that's it.
Oh, no. To season without European competition? It would have affected our financial structure. Thank God we exceeded your expectation. So, Adhav, I want you to talk about our first half of the season, our previous year signings, what went wrong with Amorim and all those things. Go ahead, share your thoughts.
That's wise, Ram. You are taking the happy part and throwed me into our tough days. Nevertheless, actually I was very happy with our last summer signings. We in fact signed Kunai and Mbeumo very early in the transfer window. We were chasing few strikers too. And then we robbed Sesko from Newcastle's bucket list. Our attack started to look solid with these new signings.
Especially we moved like Sir Alex Ferguson days in the last window. Signed 2 best forward players in the league. Sorry, continue.
Yep. We needed that reinforcement in the attack, and we got that. I know we can't fill all the holes in one season, but we badly needed starting goalkeeper. We didn't sign them and league started. We started really well against Arsenal. We were the best team on the pitch. Even though we lost that match. We got some satisfaction with that gameplay. But what followed that was horrible. Our decision not to sign goalkeeper clearly started to bite us. We lost to Grimsby Town in Carabao Cup second round in penalties. And if my memory is right, we won just 4 points in our first 5 matches.
No, we were in 7 points in our first 5 matches, but again lost to Brentford in our 6th match.
Yeah, whatsoever. We were struggling. But we signed Lammens at the last day and we started to play him from Sunderland match and our life started to change positively. We beat Liverpool in Anfield. We won 3 matches in a row and we scored extra time equalizer against Spurs. All started to go well, but again dip happened. We started to get too many unwanted draws against bottom-placed teams. Main players like Amhad, Mbeumo went to AFCON and we were not progressing as expected.
Yeah. We had some lovely short period. Even Amorim won Manager of the Month award during that time. I want to give shout out to one player during that time. De Ligt. He was our standout defender during initial matches, and when Lisandro Martinez was fully fit, unfortunately he went out on injury and he is yet to recover.
Yeah. I think Amorim managed us 20 matches in the season, and we lost only 4 matches in that, but we got 7 draws. We were losing points in that games where we should have won. See, we drew against Wolves, Leeds, West Ham, Bournemouth. We should have taken 3 points from all these matches.
Yeah, but you think Amorim got sacked for on-field results?
No, I don't think so. It was due to fallout between him and management. I think management didn't sign players he wanted. See, we can't blame Amorim alone for everything. Our management is also equally responsible. We Manchester United always thrive on chaos. We wanted to adapt to new control-based system. That's why initially we brought ETH, but once his exit we again moved towards Amorim and believed in his project. But we didn't buy players for his system. Again, I would say his system is not a problem. We don't have correct profile to play in that system. That's why I put equal blame on management. You can't play in that system with Bruno in that deep role. Bruno can't influence the result from that deep. Along with Bruno, we had aging legs of Casemiro that created too many spaces in the midfield. We didn't progress the ball in the middle. We were too wide always. But again to your question, once Amorim understood that we don't have players for the system, he should have tried something different. He was too rigid and he is not a well-established manager to get whatever he wanted. So he should have concentrated on getting right results before bargaining with management.
Agreed.
Also, Amorim should have respected our Carrington too. Past unnecessary comments on few upcoming players.
Yeah, totally unwanted comments.
Okay, Adhav, time to move on to the good part.
No, wait. Before you get excited, I need to talk about that mini Fletcher stint. Once Amorim got sacked, Fletcher was appointed as interim and unfortunately he played with depleted side. Bruno and Maguire all just came back from injury. We drew against another bottom-table team, Burnley, and lost to Brighton in FA Cup third round. This is first time in so many years we played least number of matches. Just 40 matches in the season. Okay, now over to you. Carrick days.
Yeah, initially there were reports that we may get Ole or Carrick as our interim coach for rest of the season. I was more excited for Ole than Carrick because of our attack. But management was convinced to bring Carrick. Carrick had a decent coaching stint with Middlesbrough, but he is our club legend. Was part of our club heydays and also closely watched our tough years.
Yeah, he was an assistant to Ove also. He clearly know our club. Also his playing style in Middlesbrough was completely different to what he showcased to us last season.
Yeah. He already managed us few matches after Ole's exit and did well. Management expectation for Carrick was to get us Champions League, that's all. And Carrick took that tough challenge because to qualify to Champions League we needed 11 or 12 wins out of 17 matches. But with this chaos, his first match was against our rival City. I was very excited to see the playing style, but I would be lying if I say I expected us to win. But to my surprise, we played really well against City. City kept complete possession, but we looked more threatening than them and City got just one shot on target compared to our 7. First goal was proper United counter-attack goal. Bruno played chess and passed it to Mbeumo and he did a great finish, and second goal was from terrific assist by Cunha. Dorgu rushed and completed the goal. This is the first match we started Kobbie Manu in the league and he showed his class.
Remember that day very, very well. What a day to scroll down social media. Famous tiki-taka between Bruno Cunha and Luke Shaw happened in that match.
Everyone thought that was a new manager bounce, including us. But in the very next match, Carrick proved us wrong. Another blockbuster match. In fact, a match of the season against that inform Arsenal team. They were untouchable in their home. They are such a quality side. Their defense won't concede many, but we scored 3 goals against them. It was more like a comeback win because we conceded first through Martina's own goal. Within few minutes, Mbeumo capitalized on Zubimendi's mistake and equalized. At the start of second half, Dorgu scored a worldie. We parked the bus then, however Arsenal is a too good team from set piece and Marino equalized in 84th minute. But immediately Cunha scored another screamer as a winner. What a match. We all were elated and celebrated like a kid. Ain't we?
Yeah. Such a great win. But are you going to talk about all 17 matches under Carrick like this? If so, we will release this in theatre as a podcast movie.
No. We will move on.
Okay, good. I want to ask you something. We didn't buy any new players in Jan window. What you feel Carrick did right to get results from the same squad?
Simple answer. Carrick's intelligence. Carrick understood the squad and adapted according to that. Carrick's style of play in Middlesbrough was control-based. He loved to keep possession. He understood he don't have players to play possession-based football. So he reduced the space between his players so players can do quick passes among them and progress the ball. When there is an opportunity, we scored goals in counter-attack. Our attack quality is too good, so we were able to achieve it easily. Okay, I am speaking for long. Now let me put you in the spot. Do you think not playing in any other competition allowed Carrick to get this result?
Yes, of course. Our early exit in both the cup competition was a blessing in disguise for Carrick that allowed him to concentrate only in the league. In some period, we had a huge 20 days gap between matches. These recovery period definitely helped players and team. Also for Carrick, he had enough time to draw a plan for each matches. Also remember, we don't have rotational players in midfield. With aging legs of Casemiro, we would have struggled in case if we got into FA Cup competition deep. But to Carrick's defense, he perfectly did what exactly he was expected to do by the management. And he got the full-time contract, and that is well-deserved one. But Carrick's real test begins in this season. We are going to play Champions League in the new format, and we needed to go deeper into club competition also. We all expect Carrick to adapt and do well.
That's a smooth transition, Adhav, to move our conversation towards upcoming season and transfers. Before that, we spoke a lot about managers but didn't talk much about players. We all know who is our standout performer. Bruno. What a sensational season he had. Broke the Premier League assist record. He was an absolute playmaker and one among the best in the world. Remember, his very first assist came only in 7th game against Liverpool, and once Carrick comes in, his system helped Bruno's creative style really well.
Agreed. What a season he had. We also need to speak about our last year signings. All 4 of them. All 3 forwards scored double-digit goals. Sesko and Mbeumo scored 11 goals each. Cunha scored 10 goals. And Lamens, we already discussed how he changed our lives. He is still not a complete keeper but did all basics right and give us some insurance in goal stopping.
Right. Remember how many goals Sesko scored coming in as a super sub? And Cunha was a great addition. Mbeumo started the season well and went into a dip during March and April and again started scoring in the business end of the tournament. Ahmad quality was too good, but unfortunately it didn't reflect in goal numbers though. We spoke about aged legs of Casemiro, but he scored so many important headers during difficult deadlock times for us from Bruno corners. Manu proved his worth in second half, and who can forget his winner against Liverpool in OT. Coming to defense, Luke Shaw had a terrific season. He started all the league matches. Dalot had his moments. Yoro and Heaven are developing really well. Maguire showed his class throughout. Lisandro was terrific throughout the season, especially with his silky line-breaking passes. Mount and Xerxes had their moments at the start of the season.
I think you covered everyone in the team who touched the grass. Let's move on to the upcoming season. Are you happy that Carrick got the permanent job? Or you expected some other manager? Because last time when we made our interim to permanent manager, things didn't go as expected.
Yeah. To be frank, I don't see any big manager in the market. For example, if someone like Luis Enrique was available, we should have given a thought. But in this case, Carrick, after what he achieved in half a season, it's very difficult for management to look ahead of him.
Fair enough. Let's talk about our transfer window. First, about the outgoings. Casemiro and Jadon Sancho contract expired. Casemiro headers will be a big miss. Now he is enjoying Messi's presence in Inter Miami. Sancho, on other hand, is still a free agent. Both the keepers Onana and Binder are out for a loan spell. Another keeper, Vitek, transferred to Middlesbrough for £7 million plus add-ons. Højlund moved permanently to Napoli for £44 million plus add-on. Malaysia is also got released as his contract expired.
And for incomings, we have 4. Signed Andrei Santos from Chelsea for 50 million. Yuri Tielemans' exit clause got triggered from Villa and bought him for 35 million. Talented 18-years-old left winger Tynan Thompson was signed for 7 million from Spurs. Then a backup keeper Carl Darlow from Leeds as a free agent.
Both the midfielders' signings are very, very good one and a steal in my opinion. But it's not enough. We need a defensive midfielders. We need someone like Rice or Duri kind of midfielders if we want to compete for the trophy.
Yep. DM is a definite need, and also a left-back signing is must. We can't go only with Luke Shaw as our only left-back option, as we are considering Dorgu as a left winger. And our centre-backs are very injury-prone or inexperienced. We may need to sign one CB2. But I don't see that happening anyhow. Tell me, what's your opinion on reintegrating Rashford?
I won't complain. By seeing the winger market, I don't see anyone for Rashford quality now. He can play at all 3 forward positions, and he came back with almost 30-goal contribution from Barca. We need players to compete. So no complaints. For left back or DM positions, do you have any wish list?
With the available names, I prefer Lewis Hall like every other fan. for DM someone like Chomani. But my wish list doesn't matter. In Twitter every day I see new link up. Hope we do some meaningful signings. Okay, let's not speculate. Before wrapping up, can we do predictions on our upcoming season?
Before prediction, I completely love our gameplay in preseason matches. Santos getting integrated beautifully in number 6 role. Mason Mount is doing terrific role as another midfielder but got injured as usual last week. I am excited. But I again expect us to do top 4 finish in the league and minimum semis for domestic cups. Round of 16 for Champions League.
Same expectation for me too. Alright, we will close the curtains. Thank you everyone for listening to us. I hope you all enjoyed our conversation. Please like our videos, share with your friends and subscribe to our channel for regular Manchester United related topics.